Here's the KUSI News at 6.
Well, at about this time last night, there's a good chance your smartphone did something you did not expect. It showed you an Amber Alert for the two missing California children after a house fire in Boulevard.
And while this is meant for good, you may be concerned about your privacy on your smartphone. Joining us tonight to talk about these alerts is consumer advocate Mary Goulet. Mary, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. Good to see you.
Okay, so all of us, we were talking about just a minute ago, all of our smartphones went off with this warning. It was kind of a surprise. It caught us all off guard. We were unaware of this. Who actually initiates this? Before we talk about privacy, who sets this up and who initiates it?
Well, after my initial shock, and my daughters are going, what is that sound? Because it's the same sound that we hear on TV, the emergency alerts.
Right.
So this is a government agency issued alert. And so the Department of Justice and FEMA in January rolled this out. Then they went to the cell phone companies and offered to them, do you want to agree to put this out to your customer base? Some of them did. One, I think, is holding out, but then they didn't let us know. So we're thinking, wait a minute, I recognize this sound. Is the sky falling? Is there another terrorist attack? Why? How did it get on the cell phones? So I started to do some research. And they did offer to do this. You can opt out. Verizon's website says that you have to opt in to actually get the first alert. I'm on Verizon. I'm on there. So I went through, scrolled through. There are 4 alerts on the phones: presidential, extreme, severe, and amber. I have no problem having the alerts. I just wanted to be notified. Sure. Somehow, when I just got this phone two weeks ago, maybe they could have put something on the side of the box or paperwork inside. And I think after all that we've gone through with the NSA and the emails, we're thinking, oh my gosh, they can just seamlessly get right into our purse or our back pocket where we store our phone. Now, they're claiming that GPS is not being monitored where we are. However, big mix-up in California. AT&T, there was an article that it's stated it's a big mess because these alerts are going to people 250 miles away from the actual incident in Northern California. So we're trying to get a grip on where does a privacy fine line get drawn.
So give us some examples of some other, and this is the wireless emergency alert. So other wireless emergency alerts we might get, like a flash flood if there's a big weather problem.
And that would probably fall under extreme or severe. And we appreciate those.
Right.
We want the flood warnings. We want the tornado and the hurricane. In fact, this whole service was started based on the experience with Katrina. That's when they started going through this and figuring it out. I guess what's going to make people scratch their heads is why didn't we get any notification, hey, you guys, we're rolling this out, it's going to be more efficient, it's not going to cost you any privacy.
But it was just very surprising. In fact, Paul Rudy was sitting in your chair at this time when his cell phone just went off, and we didn't know what it was. Right on the air.
Oh my God.
Right on the air. And so he gave it to a floor director that took the phone away. We had no idea what was going on. But you're driving in your car if it goes on. It's just very jarring, that alarm system.
Absolutely.
But you mentioned you can opt out. Is it like working a crossword puzzle, though, to get out of this thing? Because most of the time it's like step 1, step 2, and it's crazy.
For instance, when I did my Samsung, there were a few more steps, but extremely clear. I did not opt out. I'm a mom. I want the alerts.
Right.
My daughter's iPhone 4s and a couple other people I spoke with don't even have it on there. So I'm not sure if it's the newer phones with the new technology in January. So you just have to go and look at your phone, and it's pretty easy. It's typically settings, messaging, notification.
Okay.
Well, I guess just knowing the possibility that it could go off in that way just is good to know.
Well, now we won't be so shocked because we do already have in our memory the same sound we hear on the TV.
Sure.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get it
on our cell phones.
anywhere we are.
Like we get everything on the cell phones.
All right, Mary, thank you for the information tonight.
Thanks, Mary.
A lot.